now. I'm gonna go live today, take a couple of questions, drop a couple of receipts. The little at the gun, that means roll the corn. We know the truth now. The energy is rising, people. The energy is rising. Our people are getting more and more information about our real history in America. And I love it, man. People are starting to understand um what really happened here, what things mean, what the ancient culture leading up to the new culture means. And I'm in a great place with the knowledge, man. Gad, what up? Put the coin in the chat if you in the chat. Put the coin in the chat if you in the chat. Roll the coin. Put the coin in the chat. Put where you're from, put the coin in the chat. Put where you're from, put the coin in the chat. I'm gonna take some questions today. Rio, what's up? Anna Story, Gad, Brew Vision, what up? Roll the coin. I love you, I'm in love with you. Today I want to talk to y'all. I want to talk to the people because this is about the people. This is not about a personal thing, because this goes for all our history, right? What topics do we need to start discussing, and what topics do y'all want me to to go into and talk about a little more? Because I want to learn this because I want to break down the things that people actually want to learn. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just talk about certain stuff they just interested in, and certain things that they, you know, think is powerful. But I want to talk to the people about things that different topics that different people have in mind to break down and put together. So any questions, any topics y'all want me to start discussing or breaking down, doing videos on, y'all put it in the chat, and I'm gonna remember these topics and I'm gonna get back to it. Roll the corn. So any topics y'all want to talk about, any topics y'all want me to break down and explain, it could be all over the world. It ain't got to be just Tom Mary knowledge. It could be all over the world. And y'all do that. August the 16th, Ottawa Mounds in Georgia. Y'all meet me there. Saturday, August the 16th, Ottawa Mounds in Georgia. Y'all meet me there. If you are able to come out there about 1 o'clock. I'm gonna be there 1 to 2. I'm gonna do a live from right out there with the people. I'm gonna take questions from the people right at the mounds and do a live right there in front of the large mound in Ottawa. And we're gonna show some respect to the ancestors. Roll the corn. So anything y'all want to talk about? The 12 tribes and the breastplates. Okay, I got your Brew Vision. Got your Brew Vision. Now when in the old research of the tribes are using different stones that are in the area of where they are located in America, right? You're right, I ain't broke that down yet, but different tribes, different parts of the land got different stones. They go along with the tribe. So I'm gonna get into that for you, Brew Vision. That's a good comment. That's a good comment. The giant bones in the quarries, how elaborate the mounds really are. Drop all your questions, Royal Lee. Drop your questions. See, the bones are in the quarries because we've been digging out quarries for thousand years. That's where all the Capitol building, limestone and granite comes from, the quarries. So they found our ancestors. Some of them died in those quarries, and their bones are still in there. And there are mounds right there by the quarry. So it's showing you what civilization worked granite and limestone to build Capitol buildings and other monuments in America. And YT people found it with the mounds, and they go in there and they keep digging out limestone and keep digging out these coal mines and all of that. That stuff was already here our people had already mapped that stuff out? That's a good question. Any more questions on Royal Lee? How elaborate the mounds really are. In the inside of some of these mounds are granite and limestone tombs. Some of these mounds go underground into tombs, just like Egypt, and they put stuff on top of it, and so you can't never understand that it was a civilization that buried their ancestors underground at the mound, just like Egypt, just like Kush. Appreciate your Brew Vision. Appreciate you, brother. Were the Capitol buildings built around the same time as the Giza pyramid? No, no, no. The Capitol buildings are it's evolving knowledge, Royal Lee. It starts with the mounds, then you get some type of stone mound, right? Then you go into stone structures, as if in stone temples. Then you go into pyramids. Then you evolve into Tartarian style buildings, right? Let me say that again. All earthen mounds. Then you get stone and mound, the next elevation, stone and mound. Then you get stone structures on top of mounds, right? Then you get that turns into like a temple, like an ancient temple, like an ancient, like water towers, them stone water towers, things like that. Them old stone buildings like the Chickamauga buildings made out of stone on top of mounds in Tennessee, stuff like that. Then you get into temples, which are got the columns, or it got the pyramids on front, or it got um the swans, or it got the gargoyles, or um the griffin, the swastika sign, stuff like that. They start putting out old symbols on these stone temples. Then it goes all the way up into large Tartarian buildings, buildings that take over a whole block. I'm talking about built buildings that wrapped around 3 blocks. All those buildings in Europe and Russia and all of that. It's the evolution of the mound building. So the pyramid is before um the Tartarian style building. Did the Bible stories happen in America? Most of it did. Most of it did, right? A lot of the Bible stories are ancient stories that came along with the people who brought it to the Middle East and Africa, right? And like the flood story. Let me give you an example. The flood story is an American story. Ain't no water to flood in the Middle East. Ain't no water to flood in Africa. The people of the flood come from America with the flood story, and the flood story became significant in the Bible because it was a passed down story, and they turned it into Noah's Ark. So a lot of the Bible things did happen here. Yes, it did. Good question. Genesis. I get into Genesis too, Brew Vision. Roll the corn. Any questions? Any ideas? We just gonna kind of bounce ideas, and I'm gonna start doing some YouTube documentaries about it. Would love to see an evolution of the mound builders timeline and maps as you see it now. That's a great question. Now, from what I see, Anna's story, from what I see, it started with mounds along the Mississippi. Roll the corn, phone ring. From what I see, from what I see, it started with the mounds on the Mississippi and in America, right? Because these mounds in America are real old. They're way older than what we think they are, right? Then it starts to move into the Southwest, right? Starts to move into the Southwest, Chaco Canyon, Grand Canyon, um, the Four Corners in Utah, between Utah Arizona, Colorado, and New Mexico. It starts to move. Now, think about this now. This is deep. This is deep now. I'm not through studying this, but this is what I see from my studying, right? I see the mound builder of the Mississippian or the North American mound builder along the Mississippi River start to go out to other rivers that's coming off the Mississippi, right? The Red River, Ohio River, Colorado River, things like that, right? And they start evolving. Now we start to see things in the Grand Canyon. We start to see things in New Mexico and Arizona and Vegas, places like that, Pyramid Lake and Pyramid Lake in Nevada. Then you get the Grand Canyon and all this type of stuff, right? I think the North American mound builder went from ancient North American mound builder to Mississippian up to like the Anasazi and stuff like that in the Southwest, right? That's when our people started looking like Egyptians. That's when our people were full-fledged. Our whole culture was elevated once we got to the Grand Canyon, right? Because at that time we was mining the Grand Canyon for everything the Grand Canyon had. And so when they say they found things in the Grand Canyon, that's when I think that the mound builder of the river, Mississippi, had evolved into a whole grand civilization in the Grand Canyon. And those are the ancestors, I think, of the Egyptians. I think those are the people start going down south and they start migrating, right? Migration started happening. And because people think that some people say Egyptians came to the Grand Canyon. That's not it. The bloodline of those people left here. And they lived in the Grand Canyon before they ever built Egypt, right? That's how they got the knowledge of how to do agriculture in the desert, how to build structures in the desert, right? You got to do this before you actually go do it again. So the first coming of the desert work with agriculture and structure building started in the southwest of America, right? Then it elevates more and goes to South America and start going up through the Bering Strait. Then it goes across the water and goes to Africa and the Middle East. Good question. Democrats or Republicans? Neither one of them. Tennessee in the chat, roll the call. Neither one of them. Yes, the greatest story ever told, Royal Lee. It's the greatest story ever told. All that migration of those people became the Bible. It became the Quran. It became Buddha. It became Samaria. It became all of it. Wouldn't even, to be honest with y'all, I don't think it'd be a whole lot of history if our people didn't move around the world. We wouldn't these other countries wouldn't even have no ancient grand history. It'd just be hunter gatherer knowledge all the way up to the day. Tennessee, Columbia. I studied it a little bit. It's some old structures in Tennessee, Columbia. I'll take a look into Tennessee, Columbia for you. I got you, Zach. Um, from America across to Africa and the Middle East. This is what I think happened also. Certain people, right? This bloodline of great people start moving around. They built the mound. See, in China, those are mounds, people. Them ain't no stone. The old pyramid built like mounds. See, you can see the evolution of the people moving, right? Because the Chinese pyramids are mound pyramids. They just look like stone, right? Them mounds. And more of a mound than a stone pyramid. Then by the time you get to because the Chinese pyramid is older than Egypt too. You can see the migration leaving here. China is closer, going across the Bering Strait, right? You built the mound pyramids in China. They act like their ancestors built it, but nah, it's ancient culture. Then you start seeing Samaria in Africa, right? To be funny with, to be truthful, to tell you the truth, Africa is one of the youngest places that our culture had put up stuff, right? One of the youngest places. They act like it's just super old. Samaria was going down before the Nile. Roll the corn. But those people are connected some kind of way because Cushites got a lot to do with Samaria. But like I say, I study this stuff a lot, and I'm still putting together the timeline and the places and the people and the connection. Because at one point in my studies further down the line, I'm gonna put the whole greatest story ever told together. Nobody ever done it. I'm gonna put the whole thing together from different areas of the earth with the timeline, with the structures, with the teachings, because the teachings are changing as the people are moving, right? Because you're mixing in with different people. So this stuff is this stuff is crazy, man. It's deep. So any questions about any topic y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. And I'm gonna start doing some content and putting it on the YouTube page. I'm gonna break it down and put it on the YouTube page because I want to know what y'all be thinking. I want to know what the people want to learn. I want to know what the people are very interested in. It's a lot of gaps and holes in our history that we're trying to fill in, and once we fill them in, we can get a whole greatest story ever told type thing, right? But that's what this all about. Roll the corn. So put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Roll the corn. Now, this is a Mississippian artifact, right? Mississippian. You see the cross. That's the earth cross in the sky. You see three different dots in every quarter. This is where they get the quarter of the years from. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, right? Three zodiacs per quarter. See, it look like it don't mean nothing. It's so prehistoric. See, in Egypt, when they do stuff like this, they put the zodiac sign on the artifact. The Mississippian is so old, they just put the dots for three different zodiacs on each quarter. Now you go to Egypt, you got the whole layout of all of the zodiacs. You got Orion and a Nu and all that in Samaria. But this is the old culture when they first started figuring this stuff out. Earth cross, three different zodiacs every quarter. Now when you go to Egypt and look at it, you got Taurus, Council of the Crab. By that time, it was animals associated with different zodiacs. That lets you know right there how old the Mississippian culture or the North American mound building culture is, right? Roll the corn. And this is the Earth cross. Different zodiacs in the Earth cross. These became storytelling, people. Different zodiacs became different stories as they move around the upper and lower world. See what I'm saying? So different. They just say this is Taurus. Taurus is finna go over the Earth cross, and they start calling it the bull of heaven. Because now heaven is above the horizon of the center of the Earth cross. So if the bull is going across this, they start calling it the bull of heaven. See what I'm saying? Stuff deep, man. It's deep. But any questions, throw it in the comments. Any questions, throw it in the comments. Roll the coin. It was something I want to. These are mound builder. Now let me show y'all something. Now they say we didn't have a culture, right? Now this is the Mississippian on the wall in the museum. Look at the jaguar. Look at the jaguar of the Mississippian. You see that? Whole costume with the jaguar. Mississippian culture. That's fire. Why is this important with the jaguar? This is what the Olmecs believed in, right? Olmecs had the jaguar, right? Mississippians had him also, but it was way older. Olmecs are descendants from the mound builders, from our ancestors from up here. We still had the jaguar dancing around. See, this is stuff in the museums they don't want to show you. Let me show you the bird man. This is the bird man. They try to make it look like a Native American, but this is our people. Birdman, Haru, serious ideology with the jaguar, right? This is symbolism of stars. This symbolism of stars, right? This is the upper world. Rising, well, Haru. The jaguar is the underworld. You see the mask they were buried in with the horns, with the antlers? They made this the devil, like this the devil worship, but this is just nature, a nature mask with the horns. This is our real culture. Let me show y'all some more artifacts. This is the artifact of the ancient Mississippian. See that? He melanated people, bro. It is not no Native American. Stuff so old, they don't even know how old this stuff is. They just put a date on it. Now I got some more of these receipts. Let me see. Now this is some type of artifact they tore all up, but before they tore it up, I could tell it was amazing, right? Mississippians. I could tell they tore it up. I could tell this artifact was beautiful before they tore it up. Knocked the head off of it, all type of stuff. See how they do the stuff? You can't really tell. Look at the face on the artifacts. Some more stuff I had, right? Um, Now this is what I want y'all to check about this now. Cushites, right? The minister of agriculture. You see that? The minister of agriculture. Why do you need a minister of agriculture? This is where ministry comes from. It turned it into religion, but we were spiritual through agriculture. That's why you had a minister of agriculture. See what I'm saying? Now they got ministers of Christianity, ministers of Islam. The first ministers were agriculture ministers. See that? We weren't teaching about no God. We weren't teaching about no God. We was teaching about nature, agriculture, right? And I just want y'all to understand that this is the true ministry of the people, agriculture. This is what brought the spirituality. This is what brought the knowledge, forced us to learn the knowledge to be better agriculturalists. This is fire right here. I had to show y'all that. That's fire. That's some stuff I'm studying. I study all type of different stuff. I just like to keep y'all up on what I be looking at, right? Now let's say this is an American Indian. They call him a blackamoor because all Europeans call all melanated people blackamoors or Moors, but that don't make us Moors. It's just what they called us because that term came from Europe, and when they see us, they automatically call us Moors because they call the melanated people in Europe and Africa Moors, but we are not Moors, right? Curly hair, dark skin, so-called African American. See the red and blue and the white, red, blue, and white out here. Aguila stars, Aguila, the Eagle people, Rotocorn, that's fire. That's some stuff I've been going over, man. Israelites depicted, Negroid features, modern Negro. The skulls found at Lachish site, Negroid people. These are the people that was moving around the world, or descendants of those people, right? Try to make these people Jewish and Jews and Ashkenazi Jews, stuff like that. These were Negro people. They got the bones, people. Look at it. What's good? What's good, Mound Builder Manson? They got the bones, y'all. They got the evidence. They know the truth. They dug these places up. Let's go through a couple of more things I want to show y'all. Just some quick stuff. If y'all got any questions about anything, put it in the chat. Or anything y'all want me to go through and do a breakdown on in the future, put it in the chat. Now, a soldier for Nimrod in Mesopotamia on the wall. Melanated people. Look at that. You see that? Look like your granddaddy. You see that? Nimrod. Nimrod is Ninurta, which was Nanip in South America. Nimrod is in the Bible, people. Right? Nimrod built Nineveh. See that as a melanated man? See that? Nimrod built Nineveh. Nineveh rolled the corn, and I got the receipts. Nimrod's army, a man in Nimrod's army, melanated. Nimrod built Nineveh. The Nineveh corn tablet showed me that corn was growing from a people that came there in Nineveh, that's the city Nimrod built. Nimrod built that city, right? These people are coming from a corn producing place because when they built the city up, they put corn right there in the city. These ain't no aliens, bro. This is not no big head alien splicing no DNA. These are regular melanated people that are more advanced than the people of the area that they live in, right? I just like to show y'all these people, somebody lived in the era of these people that we speak about. We turn them into aliens and gods and deities, but these was regular melanated people that was more sophisticated than the people that they were around. How did the new Native American get here? The Native American came across the Bering Strait. He's a Hardy. He's a Hardy tribe. Hardy tribes are Mongolian tribes that kind of stick together and attack people with agriculture and minerals and stuff like that. They're Mongolians, Asians. They mixed all in together, right? When they came here, the mound building culture was already here. Noel. And they learned our culture wearing feathers, star stories and star alignments. They learned our culture over time. This is where Native Americans come from. But these new Native Americans don't know their real history, right? They ancient ancestors been gone just like ours. So they just think they are the people who created all of this. because they're not knowledgeable about their real history. Now, some Native Americans still live with some of the ancient culture where the bloodline that passed it down, who taught them what they know, and they still tell the truth. But some of them don't even, 90% of them do a lot of drinking, and they don't know no better. So this is the time with Nimrod, melanated army soldier man on Nimrod, black melanated person. I like to show y'all that these were melanated people. These were not no beings of outer space or none of that. These were melanated people, right? Melanated old mix, right? They call these people black gods, right? These are not none of them other people. They got to stop that. They be making this shit up. Look, on every continent in America, we got melanated people with all of the spirituality and all of the teachings. This some type of Buddha, right? Egypt, South America, Central America, the Chaldeans. Um, they act like they don't know who the hell we are, but all this stuff is connected to different people on different. It moved around in different cultures on different parts of the earth. But these people have the basic same teachings, same astrology, just different names, right? Roll the coin. Appreciate that 12-7. They taught that she was an escaping native. Yeah, my great grandmama was Chata. That's a fact. And Chata comes from mound builders. They are descendants of mound builders. This is our land. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. Let's keep going. This is our land. Ain't no doubt about it. Right? Something I was looking at. Let me see. Dakota. Notaweses, right? Notaweses, right? Notaweses. Canada. See that? Canada. Melanated people in Canada. Look. See it? Canada. Roll the coin. That's what they're talking about. That's fire. That's fire. Roll the coin. These type Americans. Let me get off of there before they start tripping. Hold on. Okay. Look. See that? Senegal. Melanated people. Now let's go into this Moor right here. The Christian converted Moorish Kenneth MacAlpin, right? Nigger, Niger Val Dubois, the first king of the Scottish Alpine dynasty. Now, these are the people that claim that they are us. These is not our people. No matter how much they try to tell you these Moors got something, these people were already converted Christian before they ever got here. Right? These are real Moors. Look, Constantine and all of that. Roll the coin. You know the truth now. These are not our ancestors. They can act like all they want to, they can do, they can say whatever they want to say. They're not our ancestors. It's just stuff I'm studying. I'm just going through stuff, right? This is a hill in Pittsburgh. Limestone came out of these hills and mounds in Pittsburgh that built the Capitol building in Pennsylvania. They got stuff on top of it. I'm studying this. It's a lot of ancient mounds in this area. It's called Washington Hill, right? And I'm studying. I've been studying it. I'm just showing y'all what I'm kind of going through, right? Let me see what we got. Roll the corn. And I'm still looking at this right here also, right? The diamond mine in Arkansas. You see it? The diamond mines in Arkansas, where the mounds are at, right? These people got rich off the diamonds in Arkansas, and then they just gave away um the field to the state after they got rich off the diamonds. This is a little deeper research I'm doing on the diamond mines in Arkansas and the state park with the diamonds. This family got rich off of that land. And there was ancient mounds all over that area. All over that area, right? Here goes some of the mounds that they dug up in that area where the Arkansas diamonds were at. Now, ain't no telling what these people were buried with. They just left the pottery down there in the bones, but ain't no telling what kind of stones they found with these people. Because they live right on top of the diamond mine, right on top of the diamond field. We were the ancient miners. Here's one of the mounds in that area. I just like to show people to let you know it's really there. All right, these are the mounds in that area in Arkansas. Murfreesboro, interesting place. And I'm just getting to the tip of the iceberg with the knowledge of this, because there's some bad stuff happening right there. There's some bad things happening in this area, right? If you got any questions, any comments, anything y'all want me to start studying and put a video out about or research about it, put it in the chat, and we're gonna kind of check it out, right? Now let's look at this right here. Whitewash Indian, Ma Totopa, right? Ma Totopa. And here's the melanated version. Ma Totopa. Now, you see that? Whitewash. Here go the real one. See that? Roll the corn. This how they do you now. This how they distort the history. Melanated Indians, the Yuchi, wearing feathers in their hair. Then you got Native Americans wearing feather hats. We wore the feather in our hair. They wore it on hats. They made their hats. We just stuck the feather down in the hair, right? Now the chief wore a big feather thing like that, but the regular Indians just wore it in their hair. It's all cultural assimilation. Tobacco Indians, Riley, right? Riley, tobacco Indians on the Atlantic coast. So you got to understand the Atlantic coast is full of, it got tobacco. Atlantic coast full of tobacco. That's why you got Tobacco Road with North Carolina Tar Heels, Duke Blue Devils. This ancient land North Carolina Tar Heels sit on in Duke University. It's on Tobacco Road. Ancient tobacco is there and mounds are there. The people got rich out of the tobacco. They sent back to Europe from that area, and they built those and they started those colleges. But some of those buildings were there also. That's why the tobacco is very big in the Atlantic coast. Our people cultivated it. We were the ones made prisoners of war to work the tobacco field in those areas. And now it's colleges there today, right? Now he got a map of America in his hand. He's looking at a map of Timeri. You see that? America, right? Red, white, and off-white feathers representing Aguila, the eagle, the people of the eagle. That's why they say the people of the eagle are the ancestors of the Egyptian. That's where they get that from. That's why we wore red, white, and blue feathers. Aguila, the summer triangle, right? That's fire right there. Right? Keep going. See the red, white, and blue? Nord, Indian, Nord Indian, right? Nord Indian. This is Nord right here. Aruba. Nord is known as the beaches like Palm Beach for Aruba. Aruba Indians in the islands. Melanated people. Now, other people will tell you that these are some type of French or Ottoman or Turkish. Nah, these are Americans. Because they wearing the same red, white, and blue the Indian is wearing in America. All that other knowledge come after this, bro. After they was taken over and all that old French and Turkish shit. Roll the corn. These are Indians, right? Algonquin communities up north. Look at the people. Look at the kids. You see that kid today, they're gonna call him an African American. You see one of those kids today, they're gonna call him an African American. Florida, Florida, people. Melanated Indians. There's a lot of stuff I just go through on a daily, just going through, studying it, you know. Roll the corn. South Dakota. Melanated Indian, South Dakota. South Dakota. You hear me? Give me a two. South Dakota. Tobacco Indians. This how it started, people. This how it ended up. This how it started and this how it ended up. Prisoners of war on tobacco plantations. But we started off with on our own plantation, with our own land, you know what I'm saying? Which became a prisoner of war plantation. See that? I went through these the other day, but I like to go through them again, man. These fire. These fire. A melanated Indian and a melanated African. More Indians were shipped out of South Carolina than Africans were brought in. See that? More Indians were shipped out of Carolina than Africans imported as slaves came in. This is a melanated Indian. This is an African. You see it right there? American smoker, African slave, American smoker. We're taller. We're smoking tobacco. We're wearing the red, white, and blue feathers. He's just wearing what African attire. But this is us. This is what they don't teach you. They brought a couple Africans in and shipped a whole bunch of us out. American, copper-colored people of the continent, found by Europeans. See that? Fire. Fire. This is our real culture. This is our real culture. Red, yellow, white, and blue. American Indian colors coming from the stars. That's where the colors come from. Roll the coin. This stuff crazy, man. This stuff is way deeper than what we think it is. America. See that? Them showing like no Native Americans to me. Where is the Native Americans at? I don't see nothing but melanated people. Roll the coin. I don't see nothing but our people. North American woman and child. Come on now. Indians dancing at the San Jose Mission, California. See it? Look at her right there. Look at her. Look at her. That's your auntie. Come on, man. Look at the hair. Look at the hair. The hair is going up, not down. These are melanated people. Stop playing, man. Come on now. Roll the coin. Come on now. Mississippi. Mississippi. These melanated people. Come on, man. They go to bow and arrow. We the first people with the cane bow and arrow, just like the Cushites. This is made out of river cane. River cane is native to North America. Roll the coin. Natives, see that? Of Virginia. Look copper to me. Do it look copper to you? They go to bow and arrow. River cane again. This is our culture. Roll the coin. We know the truth now. Y'all all seen this one. You all seen this one. Emblem of America. Y'all all seen that one. That's an old one. Tell me again how all of our ancestors are from Africa. And we sitting around here with feathers, red, white, and blue skirts and swords and everything. Roll the corn. Right over here in America. Don't make no sense. French painting of a Native American, wild native in America. You don't look too, it don't, roll the corn. See what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on. Get that same picture with the color from earlier, a little older. Look at that boy hair, man. Look at his hair. Look at his hair. Look at his hair. Look at him. Look at these people. Look at the hair. Same YN haircut today. Come on, man. Come on, bro. That's the older picture of that one from earlier. Roll the corn. Now look, let's go look at the old Mick. Old Mick mural. Chichen Itza is where the old Mick mounds are at. Pyramids and mounds are in Chichen Itza. Look what's on the wall. Look what's on the wall. He got on red and blue, right? Red and blue, white. He just a sophisticated American Indian, that's all. That's all he is. Sophisticated American Indian. Red, white, and blue. Those are primary colors. Mayans, melanated. This on the wall. The people who built this put the depiction of their self on the wall, melanated. Y'all can stop trying to act like these some type of mongoloid. No, don't do that. A depiction of Indians, right? Let's zoom in. Look at that. Look at that, man. Come on now. Look at this. Look at my boy right here. Look at his hair. Look at his hair, man. Look at the wall. Look at everything that's up in there. We had swords on the wall, whole houses, all this culture on the wall. They burnt all this stuff down, man. Where this stuff at today? Right? This is what you got to think about. Where is this stuff at today? Where are these beautiful places with all these artifacts on the wall, bro? All these feathers and all of this culture. Think about that. They got rid of all of it. Roll the corn. America. Bow and arrow, the flex bow and arrow, come from here. You see it. Roll the corn. We made clothes and everything, y'all. We made clothes out of hemp and everything. But I just want to show y'all a couple of receipts, man. Um, what I do is I take these pictures and I trace it back to I trace these pictures back to a tribe or an area, and then I do a little more studying on the area. So that's why I keep showing y'all these pictures. I'm kind of this is what I've been studying these today. And I've been going through the diamond mines, and I've been going through the pictures, and I've been going through just random studies. I just like to show y'all what I be looking at, right? So anything y'all want me to go get into on a further date, anything y'all that I be missing with the information, y'all put it in the comments so I can know what I need to touch on next, coming up with the next round of information. Anything, y'all. Roll the coin. I love y'all. I'm in love with you. So anything y'all want me to touch on, if you watch this video later on YouTube, just put it in the comments. Cause a lot of stuff that you guys know about different areas of the country. There's small places that have big history, and I want y'all to send it to me. Drawings, paintings, statues aren't photographs and have themes that aren't real. You already know where Native Americans came from with genes, though. Um, there are depictions. Some of these depictions are real, are a lot of real depictions. A lot of these things were depicted when this happened, right? Some of this stuff is real. Now, a lot of the real pictures got whitewashed. A lot of real pictures got whitewashed, but there are still some real pictures of melanated Indians. It's just hard to get them, right? It's hard to get them. I actually got a couple of new T-shirts in yesterday, but all of them ain't came yet, so I ain't gonna start selling them. I'm waiting till all of them come. I'm gonna start selling them. Yes, we took karate to China. Yes, yes. That's a good question. I'm gonna do some information on it. I got out some books. All Out Racing. Yeah, I got some information about the karate, the samurai, all of that. I got some melon. I just ain't never put it out, but I'm gonna drop some stuff about that. Lots of variation of melanin in natives. Natives mixed with our people, right? So you got to understand, it's not about the mixing of the people. It's about who is there for you to mix with. See, we talk a lot about mixing and all this stuff, but ain't no mixing if one person if one person wasn't already there in the first place, wouldn't be nobody to mix with. So mixing don't really matter. That's just human nature. Who was the people who mixed and who was there first? That's how you got to look at it. They came and settled on our land, so they eventually mixed with us. We eventually mixed with Africans. We eventually mixed with Europeans. It's just earth knowledge. It's just common sense. But who are the people there with the solid foundation and culture before the people who came and mixed with them? Who were the people? That's where the knowledge come in there. Everything mixed. But what was the first original thing, right? It's just human nature mixing. Cushites mixed with Egyptians. Sumerians mixed with Middle Eastern people, right? Melanated melanated people went to China and mixed with the Mongolian over there. It's just the way of the world, people. We gotta use that with the common sense. But we got to go back into the original people who taught the original knowledge of the land. That's what I look for. The original people who taught the original knowledge of the land first. Because that's the dominant culture. Therefore, the hunter-gatherer would take upon the dominant culture after they mix with the dominant. Now, I love y'all. I'm in love with you. I'm not mixing with them neither, Mama Bear. Me neither. But I got to get out of here, man. I love y'all. I'm in love with y'all. Have a good day. my TikTok come back up tomorrow. So I'm gonna roll the coin extra hard on TikTok. I'm gonna put it on YouTube tomorrow. But y'all, I've been loving going live on YouTube, talking to people that I don't normally talk to. I love y'all, man. I'm gonna start doing more YouTube coming soon with the live teachings. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I want y'all to do is put in the comments what y'all want me to check out and what y'all want me to talk more about with the knowledge of our people and our ancestors, man. Y'all have a great day. I love y'all. I'm in love with you. The virtuous people of the promised land, Mary, and hold your head up. Cause we are the people that taught the world the knowledge and civilized a lot of cultures that they say civilized us. We know the truth now.